How's it going, guys? It's Poetry Son, and welcome to Surviving Mars. This is a new game that is being published by Paradox Interactive and being developed by Haemimont Games. I don't know if I'm actually saying that correctly, but they are the developers of Tropico 3, 4, and 5, which I have actually heard and seen good things about always, but never actually played myself. Surviving Mars is it's basically what it sounds like. It is a survival game, and we're going to be checking it out. I should let you know that, and I will let you know that I did receive this copy of the game for free from Paradox. So if you think that this isn't a review, first off, this is just going to be like a let's play, let's look at series. But if you do think that, if you do have a problem with that, I'm just letting you know. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and hop right in. I have played a little bit because, I didn't want to jump in completely blind, and I'm glad I did a little bit, because this game is actually, it has a good bit of complexity that we're gonna have to figure out to sort of, I think, be able to really excel at it. I don't know, it's been fun so far. I've really had a great time with it, with the couple hours that I played with it. I think it's maybe just an hour and a half, not too long, but just enough to sort of get the very basics so that we can sort of learn the more complex parts of it together. So one thing is that it kind of has this nice layer over the top of it, over the actual, base building and management layer, where you actually do have to sort of figure out your funding and stuff like that. So, I haven't looked through a lot of these, but I think we will look through them a little bit right now. I don't want to go with one that's very easy. I'd like to have like a little more challenge maybe. So there's the International Mars mission. You get a lot of funding. You can obviously see a lot of other ones have a lot less funding. But with this one, you get a lot of funding, you get a lot of research per soul. Other ones have less research per soul. Soul meaning like day. Starting applicants. I'm assuming that means just like how many. I actually have never even got to the point where I had people on my Mars colony. Large rocket payload. So each of them has bonuses. You can kind of get the idea though. We're not gonna worry about it too much. Church of the New Ark. That's hilarious. So there is. We could do a random, but as you can see, there's a lot of different things. Space Y, obviously, making a reference to SpaceX. Europe, like an EU funder, India, China, the Blue Sun Corporation, USA. Let's see, with the USA, we get funding 8 million, we get 300 research per soul as well, starting applicants 100. So that one would still be pretty good, periodic additional funding. What about Europe? 5 extra starting technologies, gain funding every time a tech is researched. Gain double if it's a breakthrough. I mean, to be honest, that actually sounds kind of cool, it incentivizes us to research. That's a lot, oh my god, wow, yeah, they're very focused on research. Russia, field extractors. Extractor upgrades free. Fuel refinery. Okay. The rockets have extended travel time. Huh. Starting rockets is a relevant thing as well. I don't really think I care too much about doing a hard one, but I think a normal difficulty one would be good. Let's go with Europe. Why not? So our mission sponsor means we will start with 3 rockets. We have $6 million in funding. When I did my little practice run, my dry run, I did with the, what is it, the international mission or whatever, that gives you like 27 million or something. And I just had too much to know what I was going to do with. I'm sure I would have used all of it eventually, but I think to start with a little less might be good for me, starting to narrow down my options. A commander profile. Mission commander grants various benefits to the colony. Starts with an extra rocket. So a rocket scientist, let's look through here. Rocket scientist is this one. It starts with an extra rocket, and we get bonus tech CO2 jet propulsion. I want to do something a little different. So let's see. Drones are a big part of early growth, so this one might be fun for that reason. Drones are gradually optimized to work and construct faster until Sol 100. Drone hubs no longer require power maintenance. That actually sounds awesome. I love stuff that makes it so stuff no longer requires maintenance. Stuff that takes care of itself, self-sustaining, is my motto in any strategy game, basically any management game, like Stellaris and any other game. I don't know, I guess Stellaris is really not as relevant for that. Fuel production, no, I don't really care about that. And that could be good, but whatever. And cover required for birth. So here's the thing: is since I haven't gotten to the people layer where you actually get people, I have no idea what that part is going to be like. The politician seems like it would pair well, seeing that we get breakthroughs quicker. Or no, seeing that we get the funding from, or no, it's the U.S. that gets funding periodically. What do we get as Europe? We get the funding for every tech, which is that would still be really good for a politician or a futurist. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go either politician, futurist, or inventor. So here's the thing: I kind of lean towards inventor, but politician I think would probably be maybe the best one, honestly. Well, here's the thing: I kind of want to roleplay with this game a little bit to. Hold on, I'm just making sure recording's still going right. I think I might actually like roleplay a little bit. Do we want to go for more of like a science, just science focus, or are we gonna go for like having a political basis? Let's go with the politician for fun. The colony logo will be Mars Express. This does not matter, but Mr. Handy, that's a lovely name. We'll do the paradox one. Why not? There are mysteries, which are like these sort of storylines that you go through while you're doing it, and that's pretty cool. So yeah, so we're gonna start with 2 rockets. It'll be difficulty normal. I don't know if that actually affects anything beyond the start. Probably does. Funding 6 million, or well, 6 billion. It's measured in millions, but it has the dollar sign. I like the way they do it. It's sort of it makes it into more manageable numbers, but it is millions. So 6,000 million. Yeah, that'd be 6 billion. Okay. Research per soul, 400 starting applicants. We have 5 extra starting technologies. All funding in gains are increased by 20%. We get funding every time your tech is researched, so that should be good. Yeah, I'm pretty excited to play this game for you guys though, because we should actually have a good when this video is going live. It should be going live on the 6th, which is like Tuesday. I'm actually not sure. But there's going to be like a good window before the game of the release. The game is coming out on, actually, let me look real quick so I don't lie to you guys. I want to let you know. I believe it comes out on March 15th, the Ides of March. So yeah, so we're going to have a good little window where I'm going to be able to cover this with you guys exclusively, which I'm really looking forward to. And again, that's thanks to Paradox. So it already has sort of like a preset loadout for us, which I think is pretty good. I think that I like this loadout. Have 6 drones, have an RC Explorer, doesn't have an RC Transport, or even a rover. Interesting. Once we get down on the ground, though, we can buy stuff. So let's call this Poetry Shuttle 1. Poetry Shuttle 1. Alright, there we go. Polymers, machine parts, electronics, orbital probes. Yeah, I mean, this seems good. Let's go ahead and difficulty bonus 110%. So now we actually have to choose where to land, and this is one thing that I find interesting, is that you literally can see the whole planet, and I really don't know what is the important things you need to look for. But it'd be good to do something that will have all the stuff and less threats, obviously, if we want it to be easier, at least. I don't know what these other sites are. I'm assuming it's like recommended sites, sort of. So relatively flat, average altitude 802 meters. So these are minus 2,000 whatever meters. I mean, I think we should use one of these. So this is not as difficult. This is also not as difficult. But I don't think we're really looking for it to be too difficult. We already should have a decently difficult run. Cimmeria? Isn't that where Conan the Barbarian is from? It's gonna be cold here. I don't know if that affects anything. It's gonna be cold everywhere, so why don't we go to Cimmeria Alpha. Meteors, dust devils, less dust storms and cold waves, metals, concrete, and water, relatively fat. Let's go here. All right, here we go. I kind of, I don't want to spend too much time on the creation screen. I want to a certain extent, hop right in and show you guys what's going on here. It's already been like 8 or 9 minutes in the video, so maybe I've already failed with that. Okay. So so again, I sort of already have got a good, I think a decent enough grip on the very basics, but there are plenty of other things that we will be able to learn. So this seems like a pretty good spot, actually. Yeah, I agree with the game's assessment. I kind of want to plan out. Oh, we're on like a plateau of some sorts. I kind of want to plan out ahead of time our expansion. Like, just looking at it, like over here, there's a good bit of space where we'd be able to put in our actual colony when it gets to that point. Right now, we just need to sort of land and get materials. It doesn't really matter where we land, I don't think. So let's just land right here in the middle of all this sort of area. And let's see what's going on. So we can control time, and that's pretty nice. We will select a tech to research. We already have... Is this the stuff we already have or not? I'm confused about that, but... yes, I know what research is. So yeah, so we get to do... There's these different sort of lines of research. Biotech, engineering, robotics, physics, and social. So... there is a good bit. So maybe it means with the 5 additional techs, it means 5 additional techs we can choose from, which is interesting. It's not as good as I was thinking it was, but still, our other bonus is like the main one. Let's see, once you grow crops somewhere, you officially colonized it. Oh yeah, that's funny. It's using quote from The Martian. So that's a farm. I want to get to the actual like colony parts, having people on the planet quicker. So that's the one thing we're gonna focus on. Robotics. That seems good. Drones are really important, I think. From what I've played, they seem pretty important. Let's do this. We'll do the colonists on Mars thing. You know what? This is PR research aimed at exposing the benefits and positive. That is so interesting. So let's talk about this. This is not really related to the game. But I'm just gonna click some stuff while we are going here. How weird is that to think about? If I have faith that, personally, that eventually we, as a species, will make it to other planets, to Mars and stuff. But how weird is it when it comes? I don't know if that'll be in my lifetime, to be honest. I'm freaking 20. I really don't know. It could be though. I'm not debating that it could be. But think about that. How is that gonna be? When you do that, what is the thought process there? Like, what is that going to be like for people that decide to go to Mars? I don't know. Well, maybe we'll touch on that a little later. It's sort of like a philosophical thing almost. So we do have these anomalies, similar to like Stellaris. You send your explorer over to anomalies, and sometimes they'll give you benefits. Sometimes I don't actually know if they'll give you any bad things normally, like just play straight up bad things. But you can see we have here our little drone buddies. They're kind of silly looking. They look like they have little eyes on the front. And so right now they're using sort of the shuttle, the poetry shuttle, as their base of operations. But we do have a drone hub already here. We should also, though, before doing anything else, we should make some depots, because depots are where you store stuff. The universal depot can store anything, and that is nice. It means that we can sort of just... It's a good idea to, I think, just put a few in so they start unloading stuff. Once we get, like, water extractor... Well, water extractors don't use, like, storage things. They get stored in water towers. But the concrete, we'll build specific concrete ones, concrete storage areas. for that. And so you can see they're bringing out all the stuff from here. I do think we want to, where is it, do this, control drones and, yeah, allocate some tasks. Let's go and put in our drone hub here. Pretty central location. We should also, I think, get some power up and running real quick. So we can do, we are at a pretty high altitude. That's one reason I actually picked here, is because it's relatively high. When I did my off-camera playthrough, I did large solar panels. Playthrough is putting it a little, maybe exaggerating how much time I played. I really didn't play that long at all. But we also need to be scanning. That's something I forgot. We do have orbital probes that we can scan the areas next to us instantly. And I think I'm going to do that just to get rid of them, because I don't like having stuff sitting around, because otherwise I'm just not going to use it. I know myself, you know. Let's just scan the ones next to us for now. We have already found deposits on another anomaly over here. Yeah, rare metals, more concrete. Concrete is really important, sort of like the basic building block. Metal is the other basic building block. None of that yet, which is concerning. However, you can also get metal from, like, yeah, from just the surface here, which is really nice. In fact, what I'll probably do here is put a couple metal depots down, because I do think it is actually important to get that going, to have those depots so that they can start unloading stuff. So we do get more drones for having the drone hub as well, which is nice. Building's not working yet because we don't have any power for it. Let's go and do that now. So I think we're going to try to do wind turbines. Wind turbines. It was an inside reference. One of the YouTubers I watch, or a group actually, they were doing something, and in it one of the guys called turbines, which is, you know, kind of, that's a it's kind of funny. I don't know. Let's go ahead and I'm actually not doing this very effectively, because you can hold shift and place multiple ones. Oh, here we go. Our anomaly.
At the site of the anomaly.
Okay. Analysis of the crust yielded rare insights on the geological history of Mars, especially in the ancient Thakian period, in which volcanic activity released immense amounts of sulfur dioxide. Okay. So this is what I like, is that you can actually choose, you can get 200 million, which is not a lot, remember. That's only like, I think that's maybe the cost of like half of a drone hub. I'm not sure, I don't remember. But, or I don't know, maybe it's more than that. We can get 2 drone hub prefabs, or you get 4 moisture vaporator prefabs. So let's do the drone hubs. I want to do that. I think that's going to be important, sort of expanding outward. So one thing is, so you can pause with using space, which is nice. One thing that is cool is that with the game, you can always go back up to this layer that I sort of mentioned earlier, and we have 2 rockets right now. One of them is on Mars with us, but we can actually, you know, we have cargo capacity of 50,000 kilograms. We have this funding. We can use our other rocket that we have, and we'll call it Poetry Rocket 2. Maybe we'll think of a new, you know, more creative naming scheme eventually, but this one is Poetry Rocket 2, and we can just load it up with stuff, and you can see. Wait, did we? So like we could get those drone hubs, but I think it might have actually already given them to us on the surface, which is fairly generous of them. Yeah, wow, it actually just teleports it there, huh? I mean, it goes against kind of the realism thing, but I don't think it necessarily needs the realism in that aspect. So no, I like that. You can also always pull up this overview here. It took me a while to figure that out. I was like, how do you get to this thing where you see the resources? So I'll probably keep this up most of the time when I'm playing, but for right now we'll leave it off. Let's go ahead and get let's get a couple more of these built, even maybe. There you go. But I think 4 is fine for now. Let's go up to this speed for a little bit. And we'll see actually how much they're making. The base is 5, so we'll see if it's actually being more productive. Or maybe I should have built 1 and then tested that, but you know, whatever. But yeah, so the drones will go and start building that. So we got that anomaly. We should come over here and do this one. Yeah. So yeah, you could tell they're you know, mining the metal now. Oh, look, they're so cute. They're just like going ding, ding, ding. And they will probably build this up eventually. Oh, hey, you know what we should do though? We don't have any concrete. We need to get concrete. I didn't realize that you don't start with any. That makes sense though, because it is like one of the basic things that has sort of basic connection. And so here's the thing: there's this. You can see this patch here, and I didn't realize this at first one in my first playthrough. But it actually does matter how you place this. There's sort of that area of effect in front of it. That's where it actually will mine from. So what we want to do is we want to be sort of strategic in how we space it out, so that we can get the most bang for our buck. And that is sort of like it's almost like Factorio. I've been playing a lot of Factorio lately, and this is sort of it reminds me of that aspect of it. They can't overlap, so like you're kind of forced to do this in an effective, efficient manner. So like for instance, we could do something like this, and I think right about there would be fine. And eventually we'll build more of these. And let's just hope that this works out. But we're gonna need a lot of concrete, so I don't mind, you know, going all in right now. And yeah. So I got a milestone for scanning an anomaly.
Someone joked we found kryptonite. It was because
I've had this event before, actually. Yeah.
Of the beryl crystals.
Yeah. So the technologies in the physics tree gain a 10% boost. So that's good. I mean, that's just a positive. We should come over here to this anomaly. Why does this anomaly have a different thing? It might be like the type of anomaly it is. We're probably actually going to run out of battery with this thing soon, at which point we will be able to bring it back and recharge it on our power grid. There's a lot more I obviously want to talk about with this game. We're going to go a little long with this episode, but I have sort of a busy schedule actually with my recording and stuff, so I do need to do that. But well, so wait, hold on. I'm curious. Okay, do we just not? We don't have any concrete at all. And am I crazy? Because is there a way to get concrete if we don't have it? Maybe I need to. Yeah, this is what I need to do. It's just that I need to. I think I just need to like for the first little bit of the game, maybe just have like not personal. It's not a person, but you know, individual solar panels here. That actually could be it. So what is going on with you? Going to recharge batteries. Fair enough. No, that's totally reasonable. So yeah, eventually we'll be able to send our rocket back off into space. So what I was starting to say is that I have a lot of stuff that I want to talk about this game, and it's going to take us a while to. I think it's going to take us a while at least to get sort of into the meat of the game, because I'm just not really. You know, this is my first time playing it. It's a game that is not released yet. There's no FAQs. There's no forum posts. But I am looking forward to doing that with you guys, and I'm looking forward to sort of exploring on my own. Normally when I have gotten, you know, review copies of stuff, expansions and games beforehand from Paradox, it's been with a shorter window. It's still have a little bit of a longer window this time. I actually really appreciate it because it gives me a lot more time to actually digest and get some feedback from you guys on what I'm seeing and what we're playing, and that way you guys can sort of maybe think like, hey, maybe you should try to go this direction, and then it'll be pretty cool. So we got Drone Swarm complete, which is this one, and yeah, that's really good. So this is still lacking power. This is the metals. Do we have any we need concrete. This is a good time to put down concrete depots. I will do them here, you know, next to the other ones. I don't really think there's any downside to that. However, I'd also think we should have some close by. That way it's a little more efficient. Oh, you're not making enough power. Oh, darn it. That's not good. I guess I should have actually looked at the number of the power. Yeah, we could use these better. Yeah, the large electrical or large solar panels are what I was actually using in when I was testing the game out off camera. So, yeah, that seems fine. Of course, the solar panels only work at day, which should be pretty obvious. But yeah, we are also on Sol 2. Martian days consist of nearly 25 Earth hours. Interesting. Okay. I mean, I didn't know that. I'm assuming that's factual, not just like a game thing. Sensor towers, yeah, we'll get to that eventually, and we'll talk about that. The anomaly over here gave us 1250 research. That's actually probably why I finished that research. I didn't really pay good attention. For now, you should actually come back here before you run out of power. So here's one thing that's cool, is when you need to charge up your rovers, you actually literally just click anywhere on the grid, on a cord, or I think probably like you can do it with, or no, I guess it has to be on the grid, on a thing there. But you come over here, you click on one of these lines, and it will come over and start recharging. You don't have to like go to a port or anything. It just connects you right away. And I think that's pretty nice. It's very like accessible in that regard.
Research complete.
Okay. Life on Mars. Life on Mars. Oh yeah, actually, let's talk a little bit. So yeah, I was thinking though. I was like, geez, how weird would it be to be like the first generation of Mars colonizers, like immigrants, Martian immigrants. That'd be so weird, because you're doing something no one has ever done before. You're doing something that, like, isn't that just seems like it'd be super weird. Like, I can't imagine. I just can't imagine. Like, I literally do not have the processes, the capability to understand what that would feel like. What that would feel like. You're leaving. It's not like this is like like if you're going. I have a cousin going on a mission trip to oh god, I don't remember where. I don't remember, but she's going on a mission trip, and it's like that's a big thing for her. She's going away to a different country to try to serve people for like I think like a year or something, or at least a semester. I know it's like a long-term thing. And so with that, with her, so that's like one thing. It's like I'm gonna be gone from family for a long time. I'm gonna be away from family a long time. I'm going to be hey, here we go. Okay, we're getting concrete now. That's good. I'm going to be away from family for a long time. I'm going to have all these experiences when I get back. But the thing is, if you're going to Mars, you might not ever come back to Earth. I don't know. Maybe like when we get to that point as a species, there will be, I don't know, buses, space buses that are quick enough that it only takes maybe a month to come one way or the other. I don't know, but waste rock. That's right. We need a trash spot. Dumping site. I think we will just make our dumping site be like over here. Yeah, just somewhere out of the way. That's kind of. Is that even within our range? It's not. So we should put one within our range. But yeah, wouldn't that be like just so freaking weird to have that be? It's like when you're gonna be possibly that'll be the whole rest of your life, is being the first round of settlers on Mars. Like, that's crazy. I mean, I realize it's not really like, I don't know why it's so crazy. I don't think it necessarily should be, but it's like that's what people did when they like when the Americas and stuff were colonized. But it just seems so like alien to me when you think about like Mars. Like, it's a whole nother planet. You're gonna be leaving your family and stuff for a whole other planet. Anyways, philosophical thoughts, musings. We are going to go ahead and wrap up this episode here, though, because I do need to record more episodes. So, thank you guys a lot for watching this first episode of Surviving Mars. Sorry. And I'm really excited to be able to play this on the channel. Again, this is a free review copy provided by Paradox. So keep that in mind. If that affects your opinion on these videos, then so be it. But consider yourself warned or notified. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.